Hello guys, welcome to another basic knowledge video, and today I'm going to show you a video as the title suggests. Well, before we start, I would like to ask you a question. Have you ever played a chess grandmaster before? To be honest, if you're not above the 1500 or 1800 elo mark, it is very hard to have the opportunity or an honor to play a grandmaster, especially in a public event. Obviously, this is not in a real chess match, chess event, official chess event, or it'll be very funny how a 900 elo got to play a grandmaster, but it was very fun playing the game, and I would like to show you how it goes on. Obviously, you already know the result. So we played a Sicilian, e4 and c5, which I have to say, in a way, is very. I obviously don't like the Sicilian, I have to say. I like playing e5 and e4, e5, putting the knights up, putting the bishops up, etc. Castling knight f6, Italian opening, max, range attack. But with the Sicilian, you have, as me, as white, I have less options. I can only play, for example, knight f3 and knight e6, etc. Bishop c4. I actually can't even play bishop c4. So black actually has a lot of chances, which you'll see in the game. Knight f3, knight f6, all book moves now. d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and now Mr. Pert, I would just say he is. To be honest, he's a real grandmaster, and you can search him on Wikipedia. He played e5, which I found very surprising because normal people play knight f3, I protect. He then play e5, which I often see. So knight f3, knight f6, e5, and maybe at that time I'll play knight b d5, etc. Threatening this, so you'll have to play something like this or something. I don't care. But he playing e5 directly initiates the Lowenthal variation. I call this the attack knight variation. And now I have three options. One, retreat the knight. Two, advance knight. Three, trade. What even is knight b3? I do not know. What? Really? So, I obviously didn't want to retreat my knight because it would give him an opportunity to attack and also develop highly in the center, etc. So, I decided to take on the knight, which Stockfish didn't really like. And obviously, if I went there, I would have been attacked again, and I played this very strange knight to c3, which is stupid. So I took on the knight, he took, and we were quite equal here. And at this point, I decided not to go on the offensive, but to develop. And to be honest, these two moves are not that useful. Firstly, knight c3, defending a pawn, which is not attacked, and knight f6, attacking a pawn which is already defended. But Stockfish likes this move, says, well, guess what? I'm actually supporting this because you're taking your pieces out. To be honest, Stockfish would have preferred bishop d3 for me, but he doesn't care. Now I played the offensive bishop g5, pinning the knight, allowing this knight to move later, and also putting on the queen f3 and trying to open up the queen structure. Because at this point I realized that black's only option is to castle kingside. Because look at these pawns on the queen side, there's literally no way he's going to do that. So if I castled queenside, I could launch a massive attack on the king side with rook, bishop, other rook, queen, etc. And why not just get started with bishop g5? Because after queen going on, if their bishop doesn't go on e7, which will be very annoying. Bishop e7, not king e7. This might actually open the g file, making the king more exposed. Here, Mr. Pert played bishop to b4, which, according to Stockfish, is an inaccuracy, pinning the knight to the bishop. And I had two options: one to retreat my bishop, which I really hated, two to protect my knight, or to just open like this, and I cannot castle queenside. So I wanted to move my queen up, but playing this would not be good because it's both playing my queen and king. So I said, why not just play knight, queen to f3, which is okay with Stockfish, because it attacks the knight and protects the knight, and he still cannot take like this. Oh yeah, because it's pinned. Never mind. And I was expecting him to play something like queen to a5 or something, strengthening the attack, in which I'll have to do something like taking the knight, getting in, letting him take the knight, and him getting in, I taking the rook, he taking the rook, I have to protect. Something like this, very complicated, very complicated. But instead he played d6, a mistake. What? Grandmaster playing the first mistake of the game? What? To be honest, I did not actually see this as a mistake, because it is a very good move, developing the bishop to attack my queen. Because if he goes there, I take, he takes, I take, he takes, and this is actually a very massive attack, and I have to play something like h3. And it also, more importantly, gets the bishop somewhere on e6, so even if I did open the g line, the king could safely go to e7. I played a3, not wanting to play h3 and prevent the bishop from getting the trade, but especially to kick the bishop out. Bishop a5 was played by Mr. Pert, maintaining the attack and not letting me play b4, which would also ruin my queenside castle. Playing this would also give attempts for c5, which bishop c5 does not, and putting his bishop back and, yes, attacking on this sort like that. So I just queenside castled and wanted to speed up the attack. He played rook to b8, and I was like GG's, because every time a player ranked higher than me plays rook to g8, when I have queenside castle, it's almost like dead, because boom, boom. And if I didn't play any moves, it would be mate in 2. Or it's actually not mate in 2 because I have d2, but never mind. And at this point, I was like, I have to get my queen in. But if I play something like this, you can either play something like this. Firstly, a knight on the rim is dim. It's not good. It's not preferable. And secondly, why do I do this? So I just played takes. Boom. And this time, I was like, if you take with the queen, I'm just gonna take. And especially if you take with the queen. Boom. Boom. And I win the extra pawn. Boom, I win the extra pawn. Nice. But obviously, Mr. Pert did see this. He's a GM, so he took with the G pawn. This made me even happier, because now the G file was exposed, and I wanted to continue on my attack with queen to d3, salvaging the d6 pawn. And this time, because I did not have evaluation nor lines or stockfish, and Mr. Pert had actually used like 3 or 4 minutes to calculate this move. So I was thinking what I should do. Obviously, this one, Mr. Pert would obviously defend it. There are 3 ways. One, he might try to defend with the bishop. Then if he defends with the bishop, then I might be able to get my knight up, etc. and further attack. Or else I could put my knight down to b2 and go up and attack. I mean a2, sorry. If Mr. Pert decided to counter-attack, which would be queen to b6, I would mostly defend with knight to a4, and now he will have to be in big trouble and put his queen back, and I would have moved my knight to a4, and I could make precautions like b3 or b4. The third option for Mr. Pert might be that he would take my knight, just doing something to distract my queen and get the square protected. However, this would actually allow my queen to protect b2, and this will be beneficial for me because he doesn't have a quick mate. But what I did not know was Mr. Pert had a trick on his sleeve. King to e7. And I did not see this. I literally did not see this. I was like, what? You literally move your king. And to be honest, thinking about it now is actually very logical. The kingside castle is ruined, the queenside castle is ruined, you can only stay in the middle of the board. And to be honest, king to e7 isn't that bad. My queen and bishop can hardly make it to f7 in like 3 or 4 moves. This is not a threat. This is not a threat. This is not a threat. We just got the queen surrounded. So it's very logical, and I was very shocked. But I decided to play g3. And obviously Stockfish didn't like this. Stockfish says that f4 would be the best. And g3 was exactly what I was planning. f4. Trying to rip open this. Because if I played f4 directly, it would have created a triple pawn structure. Sorry. Triple pawn structure. And it would be devastating for white black, even though he's a pawn up. But I wanted to play safe. So I played g3. So it's assisting my pawn to f4. And also highlighting the double pawn disadvantage. And he played the second mistake in the game. What? I don't know why. Bishop to e6, controlling the a2 g8 diagonal. And this move would be the move that why I lost the game. Well, the first move was bishop a5, the second move was bishop e6. They're both bishops haunted me during the whole game. So I played bishop to g2, which wasn't very popular with Stockfish, because I admit it's not of much use. Blocked. And what even are we doing here? What? I don't see. Okay, never mind. So the bishop on g2 is actually useless, but what I wanted to do was get rid of the bishop and do this. But actually bishop to e2 would be a better option, because it allows the bishop to go to h5 and attack to the middle. Oops. Why did I... Wait. That's better. But my main option was to get my rook up and also play f4. Queen to c7. And I actually knew what he was doing. Protecting the pawn, getting the rook up, boom. Boom, checkmate. And GG's. So I think this was exactly what Mr. Putt was doing. And I was correct. But I thought this was the time to start the counterattack. Rook to f1. And actually, not pushing the f4 pawn might have been a mistake in my whole life, in the whole game, but he put the rook up too. And according to Stockfish, these two are both misses. But Stockfish seems very nice and didn't put them here. And now I finally played f4, opening up the f-file, isolating his pawns. And he played queen to b7. And this will be very devastating. I played literally nothing. Just like boom, 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 boom. I don't know what I'm doing. But never mind. Especially at that time, I did not have Stockfish. So I had three options. Knight up, defending the pawn. But again, the queen comes up. And there are 3 squares I can use to defend my knight. 1, 2, and 3. GG's. So, the second option would be b4. To attack the bishop. But in a way I cannot take the bishop. And secondly, it gives him the opportunity to play, eventually get the pawn to a4. And then bishop in there, GG's. Which would be very bad for my position. So I played the third move b3. And I knew he would sacrifice the bishop! But I had a trick on my sleeve. With pawn takes and queen takes, I'll counter-sacrifice the knight! And after pawn takes, I would take and trade and get rid of the pawn. Make me only 1 point down, but making sure I had an advantage in the game. But whoa. Brrrr! Brrrr! What? b3? Blunder. But bro, I calculated this. Bishop takes b3. Brilliant move. C takes b3. Queen takes b3. And knight to d5. Wait. Why is knight to b5 not a brilliant move? Why? Well, the best move was to play the unthinkable knight to b5. Disconnecting the queen and the rook because of pawn takes. Brrrr. If queen takes, I trade the queen off. And rook takes would obviously not be that good because I just take the rook and then get my rook in, stuff like that. Boom, boom, boom. Why do I seem like Hikaru? Never mind. So knight to d5 would not be that good, not that bad. And now he played c takes d5, winning trade. And obviously at that time I was feeling very good, not having the stockfish being this horrible to me, not having the evaluation bar, not seeing the blunder, thinking I just played a brilliant move. So I was like, boom, 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 let's just take, and I simply got mated. So this was actually a very nice game between me and Mr. Bird. I did not see the checkmate, but I would have lost otherwise. If I learned anything about this game, it was that I'm not a newbie and never to play b3. Always play this and play this. And sometimes sacrificing isn't that good. I sacrifice it the wrong way. And this made all the difference, to be honest. Well, so this is all the game. I got mated in 21 moves. I really enjoyed the game. And actually, if I go into review now, I played at quite an okay accuracy, not that bad. Intense, that was a serious game, yep, nice. And if I look to the end, I am not of 900 elo. Chess.com, why do you give me so little elo? I'm actually very good at chess. Thank you for watching. I hope you can subscribe to the channel. Really thank you very much. And I'll see you next time.